Desperation is the prevailing feeling among the families of the kidnapped who have no information about their loved ones for over a month.
It's been 39 days and 7 members of my family were taken by terrorists. They were kidnapped from their homes and were taken into Gaza.
Following Hamas's October 7th terror incursion in which they murdered over 1,200 people in Israel and kidnapped more than 240, Israel declared a war on Hamas and launched an operation to dismantle the terror organization in the Gaza Strip. Recently, the IDF has achieved several military goals, but the issue of the hostages remains unresolved. Their families feel that the decision makers have not involved them enough and are urging the government to give them some answers.
I demand that you will come. We are going to Jerusalem, but you will come and talk to us, and we want answers.
Families of the hostages and all those who support the cause are marching from Tel Aviv all the way up to Jerusalem to the office of the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to demand a meeting with him and with all the war cabinet.
I have to do something, and this march is what I am going to do with all the families of the hostages and this entire country. We will go to Jerusalem, where the people who have the power to decide sit, where the Prime Minister and the War Cabinet sit, where all of the Knesset is. And we will demand to meet with them. We will demand to hear why our families aren't home yet.
For us, what's going on right now, it's not a war. This is a hostage rescue mission. And after that, whatever. But first of all, we need to get everyone, and I mean everyone, back home.
Matan Eshet's cousin, Eviatar David, was kidnapped on October 7th from the Nova Music Festival. On that morning, he exchanged some text messages with his mother before he stopped answering. From that moment, the only information his family has received has come from social media content published by Hamas.
We received only 2 links to 2 videos from Telegram that the terrorist of Hamas posted. In one of them, he's being held and dragged through the streets of Gaza while a terrorist is holding him by his neck, waving a gun in the air. In the other one, he's being held in a room with 4 other people. And that's the moment we saw Guy is being held with him as well.
An additional video was found weeks later when a Hamas journalist uploaded highlights of the massacre to his Instagram story.
He videotaped a truck, that in the back of the truck we can see Eviatar and 4 other people being held, handcuffed behind their back, while civilians are hitting them with their hands. One of them hit him with a gun for no reason, because he's lying there helpless.
Eshet has been sleeping in a tent in Tel Aviv Museum Square, now known as the Square of the Kidnapped, for many days with other families. He too is joining the march, demanding the government's attention.
We haven't had a good night's sleep. We haven't had a normal day or a normal hour since the day. And we need to remember that the most important thing right now is getting them home.
In addition to the 240 known to be kidnapped, many are missing.
My uncle is Hanania Blanca and he's missing. He has been in the Festival Nova and since then we don't know where he is.
Abadi marches to raise awareness for this issue too.
We want everybody will know that we need to help also the missing people, not only the hostages.
The voices of other victims are not heard because their families are not in Israel.
This is Andre. Andre moved to Israel 2 years ago from Russia. He wanted to feel safe as a Jewish person
27-year-old Andrei Kozlov went to the Nova Music Festival as a security guard and was kidnapped by Hamas that morning.
Andrei has no one here in the country except his girlfriend. And his mom came from Russia 2 weeks ago to get more information and to get a bit more involved.
Andrei's mother regrets sending her son off to Israel so he could live safely as a Jew. Each of the hostages and the missing has a name, a face, and a story. Over 240 lives were interrupted, and their loved ones are begging for their return.
Evitar is a talented musician. He plays the guitar. He thinks about being a music producer when he gets older.
Yeah, I want everybody to know that they need to be with us and help us to change everything and to get our love back.
From Tel Aviv, this is Debbie Monblad reporting for the Media Line.